Because there are questions about what happens after and what Israel wants to see, whether Israel wants to occupy Gaza, and who you really want to see operate in that power vacuum. What should it look like?
It'll be a power vacuum. First of all, it shouldn't be a power vacuum that Hamas is controlling, because that's not a power vacuum. Those who tell us stop the war now, leave Hamas in place, leave those 4 battalions in Rafah, are basically saying enable Hamas to regroup, recapture Gaza, and threaten you again. That's not going to happen. So I think what I'd like to see is a non-Hamas civilian administration there with an Israeli military responsibility, overall military responsibility. That's the only thing that would work. But there's one precondition. The day after Hamas is the day after Hamas, the day after Hamas is destroyed. You can't have it both ways. You can't leave Hamas there and talk about the day after, because you're not going to have a day after. You'll just have a repetition of these same horrors.
Can you talk about a 2-state solution after you remove Hamas?
Look, the 2-state solution that people talk about is basically would be the greatest reward for the terrorist that you can imagine. 80% of Palestinians in Gaza and in Judea Samaria, in the West Bank, support the savagery. Giving them a state would do 2 things. One, it would be a tremendous reward, a historic precedent of giving those people who committed the worst massacre against the Jewish people since the Holocaust on a single day, giving them a prize. And second, it would be a state that would be immediately taken over by Hamas and Iran, and it wouldn't advance the purposes of peace. It would just be a launching ground for a future war against Israel. I think that that's not in the works, and most Israelis by now, a huge number, would say, don't do that. I would argue that if we defeat Hamas, we should strive for something that I've long believed we can do in the Middle East, and that is have the populations, the Palestinians, have all the powers that they need to govern themselves, and none of the powers that could threaten Israel's survival. And that means that the military responsibility in the Palestinian areas adjacent to Israel would be left to Israel. Otherwise, Iran comes back in. We left Lebanon, Iran came in with Hezbollah. We left Gaza, Iran came in with Hamas and Islamic Jihad. If we were to do that a third time, the same thing would happen. So that's not good for the Palestinians, it's not good for Israel, it's not good for peace, it's bad for the world, it's not good for America. I think this formula that I say, the Palestinians should have all the powers to govern themselves, but none of the powers to threaten us, that's the right thing. And that, by necessity, means that certain sovereign powers, the most important one being the responsibility for overall security, is maintained with Israel. I think that's the realistic solution.